What is good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel with yours truly, of course, Machiavelli. Hope y'all are having a great day today. So today we are going to be back. I'm coming back with another special video, which this video will be, as you guys see in the title below, the real story of Savanna Steele. You guys have all speculated, you guys have all told me theories on what you guys think of Savanna, and this video will be telling you guys the true story on Savanna. She does have some skeletons in the closet, but I think it's time that it is revealed to the public. You all should really know who Savanna Steele is. So this is her story. Before I told you guys, I did tell you guys a story on her, which was her own made-up story, just to get you guys' sympathy, or not sympathy, but just tell you guys that she's a normal person, but she's not. She has a whole bunch of, like I said before, skeletons in her closet. But some of the stuff in the story is real. One, her parents did pass away. Her father did pass away at a young age. Then her mother did pass away with her husband, and her stepfather, and she did become rich. So those stuff are real. But how that whole thing became, is all a different story. So pretty much what happened was, as I said before, Savanna's father passed away. That happened. And then Savanna's mom started working for Savanna's soon-to-be stepfather. That happened. So they lived in a small apartment with Savanna and her mother. Her mother could only afford to pay for the bills and everything else besides that. She could not afford to give Savanna extra money. Savanna didn't want that. Savanna wanted extra spending money. She wanted to go out like she used to. She wanted to go out and buy stuff like she used to. So of course what she did was she started dating a drug dealer. A drug dealer that was down the street. Simple as that. She knew that he had money, and he had money to give her. And if she would put out for him and she would do what he wanted, she would be able to get the money that she wanted. So everything was good. So she started dating him. Everything was going well. But then, sorry if you hear my camera. But then, let's call again. Her mom married her stepfather, which changed everything. Now she couldn't get caught with this dude. She couldn't get caught being with him because it put a damper on their status. It would make them look grungy, and she couldn't just do it. So of course she broke it off with him. She told him that she couldn't be with him anymore and that it was over because she got what she wanted. She got the money, so she doesn't need him anymore, right? So she pretty much kicked him to the curb. But that dude did not listen. He just would not. He would end up coming to her house. He would end up stalking her, and she couldn't do that. So of course what she did was she hired some people at the age of 15. She hired some, not 15, I guess it was 16. At the age of 16, she hired some people, and of course took care of the business themselves because she could not get caught with him. So he was eliminated from the action, of course. And she didn't blink an eye for it. She just didn't care. As long as she kept her money and everything was good and her social status was perfect, she's gonna leave it as it is. Now fast forward a little bit. Now she's dating this other dude, this rich dude, and she's loving it. She's not loving him, but she's loving knowing that she's dating him. She loves the glamour that he's buying him. She loves the pearls. She loves everything. Everything is going splendid for them. She's loving the moment. And then of course, sorry guys, I'm thinking for a second, but then of course her father and mother passed away. I like to have the whole story in my head. I just have to make sure I get it right. So, but then her mother and stepfather passed away, which puts a damper on her story, on her for a little bit. But then when she realizes that now she inherits all the money, she's good now. She's feeling great. She's feeling amazing. She is rich now, out of her beliefs. Not as rich as she was thought, because they didn't really leave her with a lot. The father left her with about, I said half before, but it's actually about 3/4. One third of the actual money, and the rest of it went to his son. And she was kind of pissed about that. She kind of hated Grant for that, knowing that Grant was going to be richer than her when he was 19, which kind of sucked. But anyway, leading on to the story, she only had so much money and so much to go about it, and she needed to find a way to make more money. She needed to find a way to build her empire, and with the money that she had, which only was about $10 million, I mean, you can't get a lot for that. It wasn't gonna last her the way she wanted to. And of course, she did the one thing she could do, was invested in stocks. She invested half of her money into stocks, and it wasn't going good. She wasn't making any bank from it. She was losing money. By the age of 19, she only had about $2 million left. She was struggling at this point. People started to notice she wasn't feeling she didn't well people didn't start to notice. She knew that people was going to start to notice when she was, because she was getting broke, and the house was taken care of, all the bills were taken care of. It's just that her own spending money was getting low, and it was starting to irk her. She was starting to get pissed off about it. And so of course one day she went out and started to make investments, and investments on stuff you wouldn't agree are the best, but for her it was the best deal of her life. She actually bought an old airport, which is like a factory thing in the secluded area, and started actually making shipments for people, different kinds of shipments. She shipped illegal weapons, she shipped drugs, she shipped people, she shipped a bunch of illegal stuff, and she didn't blink an eye to it because it was making her so much money. So much money that even though at 19 she was only with $2 million, to now at the age of 20 with over $100 million. Like, she made bank from it, and she was feeling amazing. Even though half of pretty much every single thing that was going through her airport was illegal, she didn't blink an eye to it because it was making her money, and that's all that matters to her, is the money. And as long as she's making it, all is good. So now now fast forward a little bit to her being 20, we'll say around 23 to at this time, 22, 23. At this time, she is now on the phone with one of her clients and her boyfriend, her rich boyfriend that she does not love at all, only married of course because he's rich. They are engaged at this point to be married, are now is now listening on her conversation with one of her dealers, knowing who is trafficking people to this country to work for him, and also drugs too. And so she's on the phone talking to him and talking blankly, like saying, you cannot put that much people on the cargo ship, they might die. I don't want no dead bodies on my ship. Throw them out the window if you have to. They are disgusting. And she's just going on, and he was revolted, and he's like, what is going on? What is this? And she's like, you should have been listening. And without even a blink of an eye, she killed him. Because she knew in that 1 second when he found out that, because she thought of this all the time, thought about when he finds out what she's going to do, and it summed out that she was going to kill him. And so she took the gun beside her and she shot him, because if he told, she would either 1, go to jail, 2, her business will go down to shiz, because no one will work for her, because who would go work for a person that is under the eye of the cops, and 3, it would not make her any money would go down the drain, and money is her number one. So just knowing that, knowing that once he found out, all she saw was dollar signs going down, she just picked up the gun and shot him. And now we get back to our normal story, where I said that Savanna moved to San Myshuno because she just wanted to, because she just wanted to get away from the fake people of being around her. She didn't like that. She didn't like the fake people. She didn't care. She was fake all her life. She didn't care who was fake or not. All she wanted was the money, as I said before, because, quote, Savanna equals money equals happiness. So the real reason why she actually moved away was because she needed to get away from that situation. She has killed way too many people down there, and there's just too much baggage down there that she just needs to run away from. Even though her excuse was because she wanted to get away from the fake people, her real excuse was because she wanted to get away from her mess that she left back in her old neighborhood. So now that happened, hold up, give me 1 quick second. I have to do something real quick. Oh, na na na. Okay. Thank you. Beautiful. So, anyways, pretty much that happened. Okay, guys, I will be right back. Okay, so sorry about that wait. I had to go do something. I am back. Now let's continue the story. So pretty much, like I said before, so we had her coming to the new town now. Come to the new town to get away from her old neighborhood because of the mess she built up there. So now she's in San Myshuno. She did not expect to meet Valentino. Valentino took her by surprise. She didn't expect to fall for Valentino at all. And so when she did fall, it kind of scared her. That's why whenever that's why she was always like at Valentino, because she wanted to make sure that this was like real and that she actually felt this, because she really did honestly have feelings for Valentino. But since she has so much skeletons in her closet, she didn't feel like she could she didn't feel like she had the ability to actually fall for someone, because to be able to fall for someone with that much baggage, it's risky, because like I said, with her last boyfriend, she had to kill him because she didn't want her secret getting out. So now falling for this dude, now if her secret gets out with him, she's gonna have to kill Valentino, but she won't be able to kill him because she loves him. So there's extra baggage onto it. So she didn't expect to fall for Valentino, but she did, and everything was going well until shit got real. Let's go. So pretty much, as you guys saw, as you guys know, if you guys watched my back episodes, you saw that Kara had a romantic interest with a guy named Diego. Y'all remember Diego? Y'all remember him? Yes, they had a romantic interest. And one day we actually had, y'all remember our apartment homecoming, our apartment welcome something, our apartment, our new apartment welcoming house, something like that type of party we had, and we invited Diego to come over, but he never ended up showing up to the party, which was kind of weird because we didn't invite him, and he did say that he was on his way, but he never ended up showing up. And then the next day in the news, he actually was pronounced dead. He died in his apartment, which is very shocking for Kara because she talked to him yesterday, and so she kind of slipped the mind because they said that he died from an overdose on prescription pills, and so she thought it was a bad situation. Maybe he maybe wanted to get a little amped before the party, so she just took it as it is and she got over it. But the real story behind that is Diego is actually, I won't say the detective, but he's actually a media socialist. Like, he's like the TMZ of the Sims world. That's what he is. Like, he knows everyone is everyone. He gets the dirt on everyone. If you need dirt on someone, call Diego. Like, he will get you what you need. And so what happened was, Diego has always had this spot, has always loved digging dirt on people, especially very wealthy people. So when his executive, or when his helper, came in with a story on Savanna, of course he digged in deep. He found the story of the killing of the drug dealer that was connected to her, because he found pictures of, well, pictures, but people talking about them hanging out together, her, Savanna, and the drug dealer hanging out together. Then magically the drug dealer dies a few weeks after her mom marries her stepdad, which he is rich. So he found that suspicious. Then the case of their boyfriend, he found that suspicious too, how the boyfriend went missing a few days after she moves. He found that suspicious too, and so he's been keeping an eye on her and what she's doing. And also he's been keeping an eye on, because the money she's making, he's actually been the only person that's actually been calculating it. He's, after those two actually mysteries that he has in his head, he started to go even deeper, and he started calculating the money wise, how much money she does have, because he secretly found some of her taxes and some of her payouts, and realized that the money that she's making from her investments are not actually making her money. And he's noticing that the investment thing that she is doing, so-called how she's making her money, is actually a front, and there's some other secret business in the back that she is going up to. There's all the stuff that he's been circling around trying to figure out, and he had the story, but he didn't have all the pieces there to tell on it yet, so he's still trying to do that. But while he was doing that, he also met Kara, and they're starting to know each other. But what happened was, one day Diego came to go see Kara, and when he was actually leaving the apartment building, he ran into Savanna himself. And Savanna knows Diego. Savanna knows that Diego's been up his hiney to try to get information on him. And so she knows what's going to happen. She knows that he is trying to, be ruthless and try to sneak up and do some bad stuff. She knows that he's bad for her. And Savanna's all about that money. And when she saw him, she's like, oh crap, he's so close to the secret, and he's so close. this dude can ruin her. She's pretty much looking at her ruiner right now, and she got scared. She freaked out a little bit, and Diego started to play with her. Diego started saying, "Why are you scared? Why are you nervous? Is everything okay?" Started pretending, because Diego knows that she knows him. Diego knows all of this, and he's not gonna play that. "Oh, hi, I don't know who you are." He's gonna play, "Oh, I know who you are, and I know what you've done, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it." He wanted to get her on her toes. But what he did not know is that Savanna's ruthless. So what happened that day was actually after she hung up the call, after he hung up the call on Kara, telling Kara that he'll be there, Savanna actually hired some dudes to go over to his house and poison the dude to make it look like he overdosed. So actually Savanna was in charge of Diego's death, which I thought was so, I was like, whoa. So that happened too. So everything is going out good for Savanna right now. She's going good. Like, she has Valentino. There actually was a plot even to kill Kara at one point. Not Kara, but to really destroy Kara. Because, like I said before, when she came in and saw Kara and Valentino, like, was it a kiss? I don't know if they kissed or if she just confessed to him. And he kind of accepted her because he didn't want to hurt her feelings. She was very livid. She was planning on killing Kara. She was planning on doing bad things to Kara. She was just planning on eliminating Kara. But she knew that she couldn't do that because Valentino was too close to Kara to know that if something bad happened to Kara, Valentino would be affected too, and it might go down on her because, like I said before, she loves the dude. Well, she's starting to love the dude, and she doesn't want anything bad to happen, and she doesn't want to upset him. That's why I said, like, this is like one of her most complicated stories, because most complicated situation, because normally she doesn't care about the dude's feelings and just will do what's best for her, but now that she cares about Valentino, she has to think about his feelings too. So there's all types of that. But she was literally planning on ending Kara. She was planning on it. If Kara did not stop and if Valentino did not back away from her, she was fully gonna go after Kara. She didn't care because she loved Valentino that much. So anyways, now everything's good. They are soon to be married. She's now pregnant for the first time. They're not soon to be married. She's not pregnant for the first time. Everything's good. And then she wanted to go and tell Valentino one day, but then she realized that she wasn't feeling well. She went to the hospital, and then she found out she had a miscarriage. And the doctor told her right then on the spot that she would not be able to have kids. That she would not be able to have kids because it would hurt her intestines. It would not. Her ovaries are not. I'm not medically like advanced for this, but you understand what I'm trying to say. She just can't have kids, sadly, and she just heart dropped because one and only Valentino wants kids. Valentino and her has talked about having kids. Valentino has stressed, like, she's like, I can't wait to have a boy, I can't wait to have a girl, I can't wait to have my own family, can't wait to raise them, can't wait to do this. Like, all the times they've been together, Valentino has told them that he's a family person. He loves to have kids. He wants to have kids of his own. He wants to have his own children. He wants to do that. And she knows that there is adopting, which is okay, but she knows that Valentino would be okay with it, but she wouldn't be 110% okay with it because he wants his own kids, and she's afraid that he might do something stupid, like go sleep with another woman go sleep with another woman so he could have kids of his own. So she got scared, she got frightened, she got worried, because of course she has never loved someone like this before. So she paid the doctor to tell no one this. She told no one this. This is our secret. No one can know about this. This is between me and you. And if you don't keep your mouth shut, something bad will happen. And so she kept that a secret from her. And that's why she came in sad, because she was so disappointed, because she knows that if Valentino knows, he might leave her. And I don't know what Valentino would have done. I personally don't. But anyways, let's continue with my story. It's not my opinion. Continue with the story. So that happened, and then she wound up pregnant again when they got engaged, and she felt so happy, so ecstatic, but she knew that there was a chance that she couldn't conceive this, and she knew that no matter what it is, as long as she had this kid, there was no way he was going to leave her, and everything would be fine. So she did everything she could to take care of the kid. She nurtured it. She didn't do anything stressful. She stayed in bed. She stayed at home. She did whatever she could to make sure this kid make sure that she wouldn't have a miscarriage again. She tried her best, even when Valentino asked her out for dates, or even when her little brother thing asked her to do something, she would say no. She would stay at home, stay in bed, and make sure the kid is safe, because without at least one chance of this baby happening, because everyone knows at this time, because everyone knows this time, because she told everyone about this baby, because it's past a good amount of time for them to know, because she's going to show anyway, so she had to tell them. So if she knows that if she miscarriages this baby, suspicion is going to go up, and she just doesn't want that. So she tried her best. But then, of course, after the wedding, she had the miscarriage, which broke everything. And then Valentino found out, which she doesn't even know yet that Valentino knows. And Valentino's kind of getting upset because she keeps on lying about it. But so right now she's in a very sticky situation with everything going on, with trying to hide her pregnancy situation from Valentino, trying to make sure none of her dirt gets sneaked out of the grave, or none of her like dirty secrets come out of the closet. She's trying to keep everything in lock. But someone, and LP knows, someone was contacted by a certain someone, and they know information about Savanna. They know Savanna's story. They know everything that I just told you. They know. They have photos, and they have a letter, and they have evidence. Not evidence, but it's kind of evidence, sort of, to prove it. And that person is shook right now. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm not going to tell you who it could be. I'm going to have to let you stay tuned till the next part to figure out who knows and what's going to happen next. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. This was Savanna's story. This was her life that she's been hiding. What do y'all think down below? What do y'all think about Savanna? Are your guys' minds changed about her? Do y'all still love her? Do y'all still love her? Think the same about her? I personally love her character. Don't know if I love her as a person, but I love her character. I love the development and the little anticipation she's adding to this story. So anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. Leave your comments down below. As always, I love to read them. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. As always, deuces.